The wind whips through the neon-lit slums of Neo-Sherwood, carrying with it the scent of stale waste and rebellion. Towers of steel and glass pierce the smog-filled sky, their cold, hard edges softened by flickering holographic advertisements. Below, a labyrinth of concrete and flickering holoscreens reflects the towering spires in a distorted, fragmented mirror. Here, in the city's underbelly, lives Robin, a name whispered with reverence and fear. He is a ghost, a specter of the digital underworld, a legendary data thief who steals from the mega-rich and gives to the impossibly poor. His face, hidden behind a mask of shimmering chrome, has become a symbol of hope for the downtrodden citizens of Neo-Sherwood. A symbol of defiance against the oppressive regime of the Crown Network. The Crown Network, a massive megacorporation that controls every aspect of life in the city. From the flow of digital currency to the very air that its citizens breathe. The company town was once a beacon of progress, a shining example of what could be achieved when corporate greed and innovation were aligned. But now it's a monument to decadence, a gilded cage where the wealthy elite live in luxury while the rest of the population struggles to survive. It's in this oppressive environment that Robin operates. A lone wolf who takes on the corporate overlords of Neo-Sherwood with nothing but his wits and a deck of data-bending cards. Tonight he's got his sights set on one of the richest men in the city, a corporate lord named Godfrey, whose fortune is locked away in the most secure vault in Neo-Sherwood, protected by layers of encryption and guarded by an army of drones. But for Robin, no vault is too secure, no encryption too complex. With a flick of his wrist and a few deft keystrokes, he's inside Godfrey's private network, bypassing firewalls and disabling security protocols with ease. He's like a digital Houdini, pulling off daring heists and vanishing without a trace. As he navigates the digital labyrinth, his eyes scanning for vulnerabilities, a newsfeed plays on a nearby screen, its flickering images painting a stark contrast to the dark reality of the city. The omnipresent face of the CEO of the Crown Network stares back, his smile as cold and sharp as the steel and glass that dominate the skyline. This is Lord Ashworth, the man who runs Neo-Sherwood with an iron fist, a man who has built his empire on the backs of the poor and disenfranchised. But despite the ever-present threat of the ruthless corporate security force, Robin's fingers fly across, the keyboard his mind working at lightning speed as he closes in on Godfrey's crypto wallet, each keystroke bringing him closer to his target. Finally, he's there, the digital gold mine that is Godfrey's fortune. With a final click, Robin transfers the entire amount to a public blockchain, instantly redistributing the wealth to the people of Neo-Sherwood, their digital gold. In an instant, their loyalty and admiration for Robin solidified. As quickly as he had entered the system, he is gone, leaving behind only the echo of his legend. In the heart of Neo-Sherwood, in a crumbling apartment building, tucked away from the prying eyes of the corporate drones, Little John awakens to the familiar sound of sirens wailing in the distance. He stretches, his cybernetic arm worries softly, a constant reminder of his past and his loyalty to Robin. He checks his wrist comb, faint smile touching his lips as he sees the message from Robin. Another successful heist, another blow dealt against the heartless corporate machine. As Little John gets ready for the day, we are given a glimpse into his past. A tragic tale of loss and cybernetic augmentation that led him to the legendary Robin. We see him as a young athlete, his life marked by pain and sacrifice. In a heart-wrenching moment, he is forced to choose between saving his sister and saving himself. His choice, a testament to his unwavering sense of justice and loyalty, costs him dearly. His body is left shattered, his spirit unbroken. From the wreckage of his past, Little John emerges with a new purpose. Driven by a thirst for vengeance and an unquenchable desire for justice, he becomes a hunter in the shadows, his cybernetic enhancements making him a formidable force to be reckoned with. Meanwhile, in the opulent penthouse suite atop the tallest tower in Neo-Sherwood, Robin and the team celebrate their latest victory over the greedy corporate elite. Atmosphere is electric with excitement as they watch the digital gold they have just stolen being distributed to the people of Neo-Sherwood. The sight of the city's poorest being lifted out of destitution is enough to make even the jaded members of Robin's crew feel a sense of purpose. But their celebration is short-lived. The omnipresent gaze of the Crown Network's security force is always watching, waiting for any sign of weakness or vulnerability. And in the heart of the network's vast and intricate web of security, one individual stands out. Tuck, a brilliant hacker, an information broker with a shadowy past, watches Robin's every move, fascinated by the legendary outlaw's audacity and brilliance. For Tuck, the thrill of the game is more important than any corporate allegiance. He's a digital shaman, a master of manipulating data flows and information channels. What Tuck lacks in physical prowess, he makes up for in his mastery of the digital realm. He can navigate the city's encrypted networks with ease, finding loopholes and exploiting vulnerabilities that would elude even the most seasoned corporate security team. But Tuck isn't just a skilled hacker. He's also a survivor, someone who has navigated the treacherous waters of Neo-Sherwood's underbelly for years, someone who understands the city's power structures and the motivations of its key players. His knowledge of the city's hidden pathways and secret codes is invaluable, making him an essential ally for anyone looking to operate in the shadows of Neo-Sherwood. For Robin, Tuck's knowledge of the city's underbelly proves to be a valuable asset as he plans his next move. Tuck's intimate knowledge of the city's digital infrastructure helps Robin to navigate the maze of security protocols and find weaknesses in the system that he can exploit. Together, Robin and Tuck form an unlikely alliance, a legendary outlaw and a digital shaman. United by their desire to bring down the oppressive regime of the Crown Network, their partnership is a catalyst for change in the city, a beacon of hope for the downtrodden citizens of Neo-Sherwood. And as the story unfolds, their bond deepens, their strategies become more audacious, and their impact on the city's power structure becomes undeniable. Yet as Robin's legend grows, so does the threat he faces from the Crown Network and its ruthless CEO, Lord Ashworth. For in a world where power is concentrated in the hands of the few, and the struggle for justice is an uphill battle, the line between hero and criminal is often blurred. And Robin Hood must navigate this blurred line with caution, knowing that every move he makes is being watched, every action he takes is being analyzed, and every decision he makes could cost him everything. In a breathtaking turn of events, Robin and his crew find themselves face to face with Lord Ashworth, the CEO of the Crown Network and the epitome of the city's oppressive regime. The confrontation is nothing short of epic, a clash of ideologies, a battle of wits, and a test of loyalties. As the standoff intensifies, Robin's skills and cunning are put to the ultimate test. He must navigate the treacherous waters of high-stakes negotiations, outmaneuver Ashworth's ruthless tactics, and protect his crew from the CEO's relentless pursuit. Meanwhile, Tuck finds himself torn between his loyalty to Robin and his desire to protect his own skin. Will he remain true to the legendary outlaw, or will he succumb to the pressure and betray the very ideals that Robin stands for? In a shocking twist, Tuck makes a shocking revelation about his past, one that shakes the foundations of Robin's trust and calls into question everything he thought he knew about the digital shaman. The revelation sends shockwaves through Robin's crew, forcing them to confront their own beliefs and loyalties. As they grapple with Tuck's revelation, they must also contend with the relentless pursuit of the Crown Network security force, who are closing in on them with every passing moment. In a nail-biting escape, Robin and his crew manage to evade the clutches of the Crown Network security force, disappearing into the labyrinthine underbelly of Neo-Sherwood. But the threat of capture looms large, forcing them to constantly be on the move. They find refuge in the sanctuary, an underground haven for outcasts and rebels where they can regroup and plan their next move. But the sanctuary is not without its own challenges and secrets, and Robin and his crew must navigate these treacherous waters if they are to survive. As the story reaches its climax, Robin confronts his greatest challenge yet. It's a battle that will determine the fate of Neo-Sherwood and its people. He must rally the downtrodden citizens of Neo-Sherwood to rise up against their oppressors, igniting a revolution that will shake the very foundations of the city. But will the people of Neo-Sherwood heed his call? Will they rise up and fight for their freedom? Or will they remain trapped in the cycle of oppression and despair? As the dust settles and the smoke clears, the fate of Neo-Sherwood is hanging in the balance. The revolution has come at a great cost, but the people of Neo-Sherwood are finally free from the clutches of the Crown Network. Robin and his crew emerge as heroes, their names whispered with reverence and admiration. But as the city begins to rebuild itself, new challenges and threats arise, reminding them that the struggle for justice and equality is never truly over. With the fall of the Crown Network, a new dawn breaks over Neo-Sherwood, a dawn filled with hope, promise, and the echoes of revolution.